So we're trying in this side. Over there, it is a swamp. I won't give up though. I will find the log I'm looking for. The trees are swaying like a good one. I've got to be careful, there's deer everywhere around here. I've got to be careful with the dogs. Right, this firewood hunt is becoming a chore. Nearly 4:45, starting to cloud over. Like the name. Yeah, you two, this side. Load of dry kindling and all that, but that'll get wet if we do have a storm. I've been cutting wood for about an hour and a half. I noticed this a minute ago. I don't know if it's wet. And that is a massive log. That'll keep someone going for a while. The one I cut, which is a little bit smaller than that. It's along there. I'll probably, I don't know, I'll think about that. I don't want to bring wood in really because they moan. I understand why they're moaning, they're not just nagging, it makes sense. So, don't know what I'll do with that. Stella! She keeps going around that corner, I don't know what for. So, as I say, I've been cutting wood for an hour and a half. Skies are getting grey. It's funny, the clouds are going that way, yet the wind's coming this way towards me. Wind's coming out. Let's see. I don't know if it's showing on here. I'm on the iPhone, GoPro's just died. Looking a bit murky out there. Now, my forecast, which I took 3 days ago, don't forget. Not in the bog! Yeah! Not in the bog. She keeps wanting to go around there for some reason. I don't know why. She keeps hunting around that corner. But anyway, my forecast says, which was 3 days ago, the rain, there'll be gales and winds picking up through Friday night, Saturday morning, but the actual, oh God, Rebel. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to have to do something with that now. But anyway, Stella! Sorry, I had to turn my dogs off again because they were running around. I got to be common sense because there's deer around the back and everywhere. Dogs go around the corner, I'm chatting to you on the phone and they could be chasing something. Anyway, going back to my weather forecast. 6. Sorry, not you. Talk to these two devil dogs. So yeah, they were saying it's picking up Friday night and Saturday morning, but the worst of the weather ain't starting till Saturday afternoon. But I was chatting to the guys and they said 8 o'clock in the morning it was going to start raining. And they've had a recent weather forecast, so if that's true, we're going to get wet. My concern is not us getting wet, my concern is us getting the car out of that road that's by the lock arcade. The good thing is I already thought of that problem. If we got stuck, even though I'd seen the weather forecast, I got extra dog food, I got extra food for me, and I got more than enough fuel in the stove to carry on another day, or at least 6-10 hours until it hopefully subsides. So I thought about that situation, and I've got quilt, warm clothing, dogs have got bedding and all that, they'll be fine. So at the end of the day, I've covered all them avenues. I just hope we don't have to do that. Right, I think it's in now. I'm sorry if you heard any wind noise. So, that's a bit tidier. I took some of it. I'll show you inside what I've done. Don't know how light it'll be. You do. Hold on, I'll turn you off a minute. Update. Fire's going good, even though the grate's exploded. I don't know what's happened there. I think it's already broken, it's got a wire on it. Lie down, flats. Every time I talk, he wants to get up. Candles are burning. That's the last of the candles, so I'll have to do tonight. Towel's drying, which will be fine, it's safe. Bad news is it's raining since 9:30 outside, and it's now 11:15. So I hope it don't carry on all through the night and early morning, otherwise we're going to have a job getting the car along that lock road. It's okay to the very beginning bit, which, if that makes sense, it's nearer waterfalls, before it joins a B road. It's really low down and it's really prone to flooding, so that would be the problem. But if it's raining in the morning, there's no point rushing out, because if that's flooded, we're just walking in rain. So the plan is now, I was hoping, the Met Office said it was going to rain Saturday badly from 3 o'clock, 1500 hours. It was going to be windy before then, but the rain was really going to kick in 1500 hours. And then so Saturday night and Sunday would be bad. So I plan to get out Saturday morning. But if it's pouring down in the morning, I'll feed the dogs, I'll have a cup of coffee and my protein bars, and I'll tidy up in here. And I'll wait, hopefully, for a lull, and then we'll go then. No point racing off to the car if it's been raining all night, the block's probably flooded anyway. But if there's a lull and I can get to the car, get change and drive along that road, hopefully by then it's eased down. We shall see. I've got food in the car and I've got food for the dogs, so if I have to, I'd sit out on that road waiting for the water to drop. That's all you can do. Plenty of fuel in the car. No need panic. What's the point of panicking? I'm doing what all good British people do when they're faced with adversity. I'm going to bed. That's what we should do when we're faced with adversity. Just go to bed, sleep it off. Right. And that worked. That splitting the wood worked. But the only thing is, it really burns quickly. I've got a great big log there, but I don't really want to start cutting at this time of night. So, but as soon as I split the wood, got it on the fire, and it started burning, the temperature rose up from 7.5 degrees to something like 12.2, exactly the same as Glenpine. So, trying to chuck a log, even though there were small logs on the fire hole, the outside is so damp and wet. And even inside the wood is quite damp. So it's just what it's doing, it's smouldering. Meanwhile, they're not really going anywhere. Meanwhile, the room is getting temperature's dropping. So split, if you ever get to this point and you don't know what you're doing, like I wasn't, split the logs, use an axe and a hammer if you've got one, or if not, use a great big brick and an axe and split the wood. And split in decent, size. It's not too small, not too big. And they'll burn lovely. Even in this room, they're drying out now. I've been feeling them and checking them, and you can tell the difference. So experience the show. But as I say, if I put a couple on now, I've got to get out about 4 o'clock to feed them. I know it's crazy time, but that's what I have to do. Then I've got some little bits there, some firelighters over there if it has gone out, and some bits there, and it should keep the temperature up to about 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. By then, you don't really care by then, because you're getting up within an hour or so. As long as the dogs are safe. Look, Rebel's cleaning instead of, how nice is that? He's such a daft dog, isn't he? As I said, I don't know if I told you earlier, I took their jackets off this morning at Glenpine, at Bothy, and straight away I felt their backs, and they were lovely, toasty. So they get lovely and warm with them jackets on. So they do the job. So I don't have to worry about that. And the glow in the dark, I don't know if you've seen here. So, right, 22:48 is my bedtime. I've talked enough. Oh, I had them 2 beers, by the way, before I do go. And that's That's the first time ever out on a wild camp or so far a Bothy, and I've had a beer. I never normally drink, so I feel really bad now for doing that. Nice Bothy. Cosy, quiet. There is a big difference from this room and the other room. I told you earlier about the wind noise. I went in there just to check a minute ago because I was looking for a brush. There was no brush in it. And you can hear dripping as well in there. And I know it sounds stupid, but listen. Apart from Rebel and the fire. Nothing. But you know when you're in that room, when you can hear a drip. It's going drip, and it's a loud drip outside somewhere. And it's hitting the side of the building or something. I don't know, guttering or something. And I'll tell you what, if you heard that all night, it'd send you around a twist. It's like a constant brain disease, you know, tap, tap, tap. So yeah, if you know you're going to have bad weather, get in this small one. It's dead silent, no problems, and once you get the temperatures up, they hold. Right, I'll see you in the morning, and we'll face the problems together. I know you're supporting me in this. Just like Rebel is supporting Stella here. I mean, I think her head must be clean by now, don't you? I give up. And she's, look, she's just taking it. She's going, thanks, mate. That's the thing you got to watch with this fire. It doesn't have spit, and sometimes they spit down here, so I'm scared that it's going to... Not so worried about the blanket thing. I can handle that. I'm scared they're going to burn the Bothy down. Don't know, fire off. Right, it's bedtime for me. I've talked enough. See you in the morning. Right, 3 minutes past 10. It's clearing, as you can see. So we're making a break for it. I'm sure it's going to rain again. Right, goodbye, A'Chuil Bothy. Been a pleasure. All locked. Well, when I say locked, secure. Right, dogs are ready. I've got everything. I haven't left anything in there. No. If I have, it's too late now. Go on, you. And this is the way we go. Back up. Everything's mushy. I've got to find the best way out. Nearest strain. Hey, booze. Thank you. Once we get on the plantation road, that's easy doing. Oh dear. I'll have to cross over there. Should have gone round that side. Remember that next time, go around that side. Stream's not too bad. Seeing the amount of water, so we might get out. As I say, we'll see. Never give up. Right, I'll catch up with you later. Update, I was right first time. I saw that track there, and that's where people have been walking. We go at this track up here. That's a good start. What? 50 feet from the Bothy. Rebel, fuse. I'm bound to get soaked in sweat. I've got 3 layers on my bottoms, 3 layers on the top. Just take it slow. Don't want to get too hot. This is the hardest bit. That's why I chose A'Chuil for the last day. Didn't want to go across swamps. Imagine that swamp at Glenpeen there. Wow. That would be soaked. Getting my lungs going already. Feels milder than yesterday though. Obviously because of the storm. So much cloud cover. This is a mess. Alright, you've probably just seen ground now. And there you go. We're at the top. Remember that marker or these set of stones of the marker ain't there, or the tree? It's better than going down and round where it's boggy. Right, thank God for Plantation Road. Makes my life easier today. As I say, I only had about 7 hours, 6.5, 7 hours sleep at best. And I've got to do a 10-hour drive back. I'll be taking that slow. If it stays like this, the worst I'll do is get sweaty. Right, turn you off. Beautiful views. Obviously when it was storming last night up there, the temperatures are cold enough for it to snow. So nice, so beautiful to see it like that. But it's pretty chilly up there. We're making good progress. I'm not going to say the word anything about RAIN because it would just doom me. But we're doing okay. It's all downhill. It's an easy track. As I say, it's only for plantation workers when they were harvesting the trees and the people that do the deer culling or deer stalking or whatever it's called. It's in Scotland. I think it's between the months of October and February. Some places it extends it to the end of February. The deer culling. It's just to bring down the numbers. It's a shame when you see the beautiful creatures, it's a shame, but I do understand it. If we let them get completely out of control, it would devastate the woodlands and all that. And in the end, it would be a menace. So, even though they're so beautiful, it has to be done. And I'm sure the Scottish people or the landowners make a living from it, obviously. So, it benefits everyone. Brings income in. I mean, look at these places, they're unspoiled. And that's what we want. Sorry, Scotland, you can't have independence. This is too beautiful. This is up there. Look at that view. Imagine looking at it. I mean, I guess the winter would be unbelievable when it's bad here. But I'm sure the summer will make up for that. There again, you've got all the midges, don't you? I suppose they get used to it. Maybe they're immune to the midges because they live here. I mean, look at that miniature harvester. Whoops. Awesome. Bravo, Fuse. You want to explore. Put all my rubbish down. When I mean down, I mean packed up. Even the 2 cans of beer, crushed them up. It's got Rebels carrying them. He carries the rubbish, and he's carrying my spikes. Ha! They weigh a bit, so weigh him down. That's his punishment for being cheeky all the time. Stella's got, well, I reckon Rebel's pack weight now is about 7-8 pounds, so he normally carries 10 and a half, something like that. My pack must be about 30, and that's 30 and under is normally my weight, so I'm used to this now. Rebel Fuse, Stella's carrying a normal 5. Hers don't change. So all's good. Let's have a look for weather. At the moment it's holding off. Touch wood. Fuse, you little so-and-so. Nearly swore. I haven't seen that black bag. I guess it blew off with the gales. Otherwise I would have grabbed it. So it could come off someone's pack. But I ain't seeing it. Or somewhere along here. Right. Catch you a bit further on. Still going. It's getting a bit chilly here. I had my cap off a minute ago, I was getting warm. But as soon as I got round this area, there was an icy wind. I forgot to say, there's one casualty at A'Chuil. Last night, I stick the beds, dog beds, about 3-4 feet away from the fire, not too close, not too far, so the dogs can feel some heat during the night. But there again, the fire went out about 2 o'clock, I think, 2 o'clock. It was burning too quick. Anyway, so I get up about 3 because it's going crazy outside. You can hear the roof moving. It sounded awful. Things were banging. I don't know what was banging. Anyway, so I got up, the fire was out, and I checked the dogs, and where Stella was, the fire had obviously spat and burnt 3 little holes in a sleeping bag. Poor thing. It's only small holes, I can stitch them out and patch them. But you can't win, can you? If I'd stuck the dogs too far away, they wouldn't have had any benefit of the heat. Obviously I didn't stick them too close, but that wood done off spit. So I think, right, I'll get the fire going. Split wood at 3 in the morning, yeah, great big blocks. I'm splitting them with a hammer and an action hammer. God knows what noise I make. Any deer around it, get away from here. Anyway, took me ages to split it. Now split into little strips, then even smaller strips. Must have took an hour. I think it did. I think it took till about 4:04 since I fed the dogs. What bird's that? Looks like some kind of buzzard. Oh, you won't see it, I don't think. Right over us. Hope it ain't gonna sweep on us. Anyway, so I light the fire with firelighters. It gets going, burns like a good. And then I turn my back, feed the dogs, the next minute it's out. So I started again. Oh, I got to bed about 4:30 and I woke up at 7:30. Looked out, I could see it light. When I say light, it was really grey, but you could see it was morning. I thought, do I get another hour, top up, or do I start thinking sensibly and get up, get breakfast? Sorry, GoPro's died and it started raining. So yeah, I decided to get up and go for it, you know, kind of have a quick breakfast, protein bars, cup of coffee, pack the dogs gear up, sorry, and check it out. I'm glad I did. We want to just go down here, and there's the track on the other side, over there, dead centre, sorry if I'm bobbing you around, and we go around the corner and the car's around there. Right, it's starting to rain. We've done well though. See you down at the car. Look at us, look at the road, and look at all the snags. They're all the way around. There's herds of them right near us. If it weren't for the dogs, I reckon they would let me get near them. How beautiful, eh? Right, we just got to go around this corner and then we're back at the car. But I thought I had a video of this. Where else do you see so many deer? Rebel, leave him. He's learning. A few minutes before 12. Got dogs dried off. We got a bit wet coming down, but nothing terrible. Looking at a deer just around us. Chatting to a sheriff. Came out, let himself out, padlock gate to us. I'm sure to say chatting to him. And he says the road's okay so far, but the bad weather is coming in this afternoon as I expected and as the Met Officer said. So last night was just a prelude. My God. He said it was rough. He says he even had snow down to lower levels. I don't know if you can see in the background there, how the snow has reached down lower. So even he said that. Dogs, Stella's shaking, she's a bit cold. We'll soon warm up, put heating on in the car, she'll be fine. They're all dried off. I fed them a minute ago because it was their time to be fed. So I thought I might as well do it now. I'll stop in a bit, let them have a break, but I think they'll be happy. Right, a 10-hour drive now for us. But say bye, dogs. Did you enjoy yourself, dogs? Was it fun? Do you want to go home? I don't know, she's more excited than a deer. Right, see you later. Bye bye everyone. Last look at the I nearly said she.